welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. Today, I am doing the Nightmare Before Christmas book tag. I am obsessed with The Nightmare Before Christmas. It is honestly one of my favorite movies. I watch it twice a year. And I have been doing that for the past couple of years. I watch it every Halloween and I watch it every Christmas because it can do both. So when I found this tag, I was like, okay, I have to do it. But I felt like I had to wait until now to do it because what better time to do a spooky tag? The tag was created by the Butterfly Reader, so I'm gonna leave a link to that below, but I think without further ado, I'm just gonna get started. So up first we have Jack, which is to find a book with a character that longs for more. And I wasn't really sure what to pick because a lot of the stuff that I read, the main characters or whoever is in the book, they're kind of always content with what they have. Like, not content, but like, I can survive on this. So it's not necessarily that they long for more because they don't believe that it's possible. But I think in the end, I decided to go with Lyanna from The Raven and the Dove because even though she's a princess and she has everything, she kind of longs for freedom and for a partnership where she can be honest about who she actually is. So I feel like that might be a good choice for a character that longs for more because she does already have a lot, so it's not necessarily longing for more, but it's longing for the freedom that she never had and the honesty that she never thought she would get to experience. And there's just a lot of stuff that I feel like makes Lyanna a proper candidate for this particular prompt. So I'm gonna go for Lyanna from The Raven and the Dove. It could probably also work for Sander from The Raven and the Dove because he also longs for more in the sense of his strength and his physical appearance, I think, because he only has one hand. He could also work. I think actually all the characters, all the four main characters in The Raven and the Dove would in some way work for this prompt, but for me, Lyanna is just the one that stands out the most. The next prompt is Sally, and that is a book with a character that loves someone so much and gets them in the end, which I found very difficult to find actually also. I didn't want to be too spoilery, so I'm gonna show the book. I'm not gonna mention who we're talking about, but if you've read the books, I think you will know who I'm talking about. But we have The Land of Stories. I will say that this happened over multiple books, but eventually in the end, they do get each other. And that is basically all I'm gonna say because I don't want to be spoilery, and I feel like this prompt can only lead to spoilers in some way or another. So I'm gonna go for this. I'm not gonna mention characters because there's a million characters in this, so you'll never know who I'm talking about. Next up we have Zero, which is a book with a loyal sidekick. And honestly, I could not pick any other sidekick than Maddox from Fire and Flood by Victoria Scott. Maddox is like one of my favorite sidekicks that I have ever read about. And honestly, I don't really remember that many sidekicks when I think about it, but there's always something that is a companion or just a loyal friend. I would even count that as a sidekick from time to time. But Maddox, spot on. I'm a big fan. So obviously I had to pick him for that. Next up, we have Oogie Boogie, which is a book with a hell of a wicked villain. Once again, I'm not going to mention names, so I have actually decided to pick two books for this prompt because I'm not going to tell you who it is. The first one, you probably already know because it's not really a secret and I've mentioned it multiple times, but I still cannot remember her name for the life of me. I think it's Charis, Victoria or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, because if I actually remembered her name for once, I'm gonna be so happy. So I can mention her name because it's not a secret who the villain is. It's like we already know who the villain is because she's awful. Charis Victoria, probably one of the most evil human beings that I've ever heard of. She doesn't really have any power or anything that makes her evil, or like she has power, she has gained this power, so now she's gonna take it out on people. She is just plain evil. The other character, however, I'm not gonna mention who it is. I'm just gonna show you the book. I've talked about it before that I love this character and the wickedness that this character has. It is a great villain for the story. I don't like the person, like obviously I want the person to not exist, to be unalived, and that is the villain from Graceling. If you know, then you know. Awful, awful, awful person. So wicked. Next up we have Halloween Town, which is a book that is creepy or has a scary theme. I don't really read creepy or scary books, at least not yet. So I actually decided to go for Light as a Feather because it is a mystery, but it's also a thriller. So there are these elements to it. And honestly, the fact that the main character in this predicts people's deaths and that they actually come true, I feel like that is scary as hell. I feel like this one qualifies for creepy, scary vibes. Next up, we have Christmas Town, which is a book that made you feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside. I had to go for something else from Land of Stories. This one in particular was like just so comforting, and so it just made me feel so happy when I read it. This is the Mother Goose Diaries, which is a little novella that follows Mother Goose and all of her adventures. And finally, we have What's This?, which is a book that took you by surprise. I was so shocked that I was gonna love this. Like, I didn't expect to love this as much as I do. I am here for it. So I had to pick this. I was not even in the slightest bit of doubt that this was the one for this prompt. I actually really enjoyed this tag. It was a short tag and it was fairly easy to do. It was some good prompts. The only thing was that with Sally's prompt, I felt like it could be too spoilery. I want to tag the 5 lovely ladies from my little small YouTuber or small booktuber group that we have on Instagram, and that is Beth from Beth Does Books, Gemma from Gem of Books, Ellie from Bibbidi Bobbidi Books, Becky from Teacup the Storyteller, and Gemma from Bookish Gems. So I'm excited to see your tags, and I really, really hope you'll do it, even if you haven't seen Nightmare Before Christmas, I hope you'll do it anyways. Thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a comment telling me what you think of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and is it a Christmas or is it a Halloween movie? Let's figure it out in the comments, shall we? If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, then please hit that subscribe button, and also if you want to be notified every single time I post, hit that little bell icon. It would just mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!